What's up guys, this is King Yako and welcome back to another video of starting a new series on the channel called the 25 Days of Cubing, something like that. Still a work in progress as of the time of recording, but yeah, so basically how this series is going to work is I'm going to go through 25 different cubes, solving a different one each day, and these aren't going to be like a tutorial or anything like that. It's just going to be kind of like walkthrough solves, just kind of explaining my thought process as I solve the puzzle. So I thought it'd be an interesting thing to do. It'd be different from like my standard type of video that I do. None of as again, none of these are going to be like a tutorial or anything like that. Not like in depth or some anything crazy. But yeah, this series might evolve over the 25 days. I might like change the camera angle to see if I can get like a better view of what I'm doing. Nothing here is written in stone. It's nothing too serious, just a kind of a fun series to do. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first cube. So here we have a 3 by 3, just the standard Rubik's Cube. It's not a Rubik's brand by any means whatsoever, but it's a pretty good cube. And yeah, so I use the Friedrich method, or also known as CFOP, and that's basically broken down into 4 steps. So the first step is to solve a cross on the bottom. Then I want to take corner pieces that have that cross color, match them up with a edge piece, and then I'll pair those and then solve the first 2 layers. Then I do what's called orientation of the last layer, which just means that the top face is all going to be the same color. We don't care about these pieces around the edge yet. That comes in permutation of the last layer, or PLL, which is where I swap corners and edges to be in the correct spots. So that's just kind of like a really quick gist of what I do, or how the method I use to solve the 3 by 3 works. So go ahead and actually solving this. So first I see this red and white piece here and this green and white piece here. I see that if I move this piece down into the bottom layer like that, I can solve 2 cross pieces with 1 move like that. But actually, I am going to do that because I also see this blue and white piece as well as this orange and white piece right here. And then I can solve those by moving the blue piece down, then the orange piece into place, and that gives me my cross on the bottom. As you can see, each cross piece matches with the center piece above it. That's also a very important step. So next we go into F2L, or the first 2 layers. So what I want to do is I want to take corner pieces. So for example, this yeah, this is kind of hard. This white, blue, and red piece, this white matches with the cross on the bottom. So then what I want to do is I want to match it with the corresponding edge piece. So in this case, this red and blue piece right here. So what I can do is I can take this corner to the back of the cube and move it out of the way. So now I can move the top layer freely without changing where this piece goes. So I do that, and then when I move this back up to the top, that pairs these 2 pieces and allows me to insert it here. So I can move this layer, match that up, and then that's one F2L pair solved. So then I just repeat that process. So next I see this white, blue, and orange, and I see that the blue and orange is up here at the front. So what I can do is I can move this here, hide that from the top layer. So now I solve the next F2L pair, and then I can put that into its slot, and now I have half of the bottom, half of the first 2 layers solved. So next I see this orange, green, and white, as well as this orange and green. I can do a similar thing, hide this from the top layer, move this into position so that when I move that back, these 2 are solved. And then I can insert that into the front, and now we just have 1 pair left. So we have this white, red, and green, as well as this red and green. They're already next to each other, but they're not in the right way that I want them. So what I can do is I can hide that corner piece to break the pieces apart. And now they're set up in a way where I can insert them with 4 moves like this. And that solves the first 2 layers. So then again, next is the orientation of the last layer, or OLL. And in this step, I just want the top face to be all yellow. Again, I'm not worried about anything above these 2 layers. I just want this to be a solid yellow face, and this is where algorithms come into play. So there are 57 different cases. I don't know all of them, but luckily I do know the algorithm for this one. So what I'll do is I recognize this case and I do an algorithm to solve that. And then next comes the permutation of the last layer. So as you can see, the face is solved, but the pieces aren't in their proper spots. So what this step does is it swaps the corners and edge pieces so that they do go into their proper places. There are only 27, if I remember correctly, cases for this, and I actually do know all of these algorithms. So what I do is I look at the cube, I see that this corner this corner piece right here needs to swap with this one, and then these two edge pieces need to swap. So then again, I have an algorithm that I learned for this, and then that will solve the puzzle entirely. Again, not necessarily a tutorial. I'm not going into like in depth about what each algorithm does for the steps, but it is just kind of like a run through of like what my thought process is now. So now I guess because there's still a little bit of time, I'll just do a quick speed solve. All right, not my best solve, but I guess that kind of gets the point across. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. Of course, don't forget to subscribe for more high quality content like this in the future. But yeah, that'll be it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.